Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on Oakfield Farm. So, today is the day. We are getting rid of this sprayer. I've had enough of it. Absolutely done. So we're going to give it a wash. We're going to drive it down to the store. Now the reason I'm going to drive it down, well, potentially drive it down, we'll see. This tractor, I'm actually going to wash it. I know, shock horror, you guys have been wanting me to wash this thing for a while. It's actually had an update today. Today, for me, is Monday. It's actually Thanksgiving over here in Canada, so I'm going to make this video relatively short, probably around the 20-minute mark, 25 minutes. So I'm going to wash this thing off. It's had an update. I want to make sure everything is okay with as far as what's been updated. He has fixed the windscreen wiper, you can see that now. Thank God for that. So we'll give this thing a wash. And I think you get more money for selling it, but I think I'm just going to swap them out. So we'll give it a wash, take it off to pastures new, as the saying goes. The drawbar there was just driving me up the freaking wall. And give this a bath. So there is going to be, I think actually today, I think the update for Farming Simulator is coming out. Oh my god, it actually says 4 underneath it. Really? Wow. I've not seen that in so long. Yeah, I think the update for the game comes out like 1.5 or something. AI have had memory leaks, which I didn't know about. Which, yeah, that's concerning. The fact that they're only rolling that out now. Memory leaks is something where you should be fixing it as soon as you find it, and they've fixed it yourself on their end. So I'm very disappointed to see the fact they didn't do that. Shouldn't be too surprised, but I am kind of disappointed on that one. Right, we'll empty that with what little fertilizer we had. Roll this around, so we still have hay on the ground that we've not baled, so we'll go through and bale that stuff up. And take this around here. I was going to drive it down, but you know what, screw it. Disconnect it, pull this away, shut it down, and we'll just hot swap that out. So we'll go along and find where it is. There it is. I've had this for a while. Yeah, 52 days in game. It's the best, in my opinion, it's the best looking sprayer as far as modelled goes, as it is, well, it's one of the newer ones. Having Hardy in was great, but just the way the booms always get caught, it is so frustrating. Now, I don't know if that is something that will not happen with the other sprayer that I want to, the other sprayer I want to get. The Kuhn, I think it is, as it's the tyres that actually steer instead of the drawbar pivoting. Alright, mine should be correct. Yep. Minus that now. We'll sell this. Yep. And as we're in here, something I've been meaning to do for a while. This. I will keep the adapter because sometimes I will end up needing that. The grand I'm going to get from the damn spray, I don't think anyone should really kick up a fuss about that. Not that many people do anyway. Crop protection. So someone was actually suggesting about the Amazon sprayers, and I did download them and check them out as per your guys' suggestion. I just don't think the models look good. Personally, they look incredibly shiny. These are from FS13, I think, the actual model. And they've basically tried to dress up a pig, as the saying goes, to make it look, well, 19 spec, and it really ain't. It really ain't. So, yeah, nah, I can't draw myself to do it. I really, yeah, I prefer using Hardy. Kuhn come out a little while down the line, so we'll use this. It looks decent. You'd see it in the UK for sure. That's the UK style number plate there. So we'll rock with this. It does hold less though, actually. Not that I ever fill it anyway, so hey. And it's cheaper. So we'll buy that. We'll put in the the money for that, so we'll make sure it's not minus. 84. Yep. Make sure I'm not putting in like 8 mil or something stupid. Buy, yes, okay. Get that delivered. I'd love to go self-propelled, but again, the reason I didn't go self-propelled is, well, Courseplay hated the Horse sprayer, which was frustrating because I would have gone with that any day of the week. But alas, it was not meant to be. So we'll throw this in the workshop and make sure everything is as we want it. So the wheels have been adjusted. Well, I say adjusted, there's some extra configs on them. And some of them make it look pretty damn beefy. So we'll go customize. I'll get off the narrow tires, which are only on Troll Bug, which is still disappointing. So I don't know what's actually been adjusted. You can actually put duals on this now too. Why you'd want duals on a road going one is kind of beyond me, but you can do it if you wish. We'll go back to that. That's how we would usually set up, but you can, and I may at some point do this. Duals on the back end of this thing at some point. I probably will. And get the exhaust back to how I wanted it. I think we are set. Customize, good go. So we had a bath, for the sake of having a bath. So yeah, they did the logo on the front as well, I think. I'm not 100%. It did a few things on it. No, actually we'll loop around and grab the new sprayer. So I think we'll be doing a bit of Baling today, predominantly. It actually never did get fixed. I wonder what the issue is with it. We may have to fast forward time. I'd rather not, but we may. I wish this had the hoses and stuff like that. There's one thing that winds me up with the giant stuff. They never went through and fixed a lot of that stuff. I'd love to know their reasoning behind that. Why they never spent the time. Geez, do it in 1.5. The 1.5 hasn't had a lot of stuff in it by the looks of things, looking at the changelog. Oh, I hope that tank's not empty. That's going to cost a damn an arm though I have to fill up. Oh, good. Put a couple of 1,000 litres in that, and that'll be it for that. Actually, we'll probably just throw 50% in there. Obviously this thing takes 4,000 litres, so 50%. 51 then. Done deal. Alrighty. Over yonder. So we finished tedding all of this one. Now I can't remember if we leased this thing or bought it. I think we leased it. Did we? No, I did buy it. Okay. So this is all going to be Heston bales. The whole lot of it. Now unfortunately it wasn't... GPS didn't match up with the way I tedded it, so we've got smaller rows inside a lot of the big rows. I'm not too fussed about this. This is all going to get sold. This is only our first cut too. So in theory we should be able to get a few cuts out of this. Which I'm okay with. And then another thing is going to be able to find a spot for this damn thing, because this is huge. It really is. So we may end up bailing into the night. Hopefully not, but that is very, very possible. I'm not too sure actually. We may need to tear... I don't say tear, geez, windrow field 3 too. I think we cut that one. So I may have to do that too. Before going along and Baling. Baling won't take long. It really won't. I'm just thinking what tractor I can use on Baling. Well, have a look. Yeah, actually. Maybe the Fent. Maybe the Fent. We'll see. The Ford, I think, is... yeah. That'll struggle going up the hills. That must definitely struggled. We actually, on Monday, saw quite a few mods getting thrown up. Some updates and some new stuff, I think. I think we saw some new stuff. I get so excited when I see the crop ready. I was like, no, it's not ready yet. Not ready yet. Gets me every damn time. Enough of this field. This thing's overkill. But for the rest, it's perfect. Drop it down and away we go. That's the thing, the working with on this one's awesome. It is overkill. But how? Why not? Gotta have a bit of fun. Yeah, a farm of this size, there's no way they would have a machine of this scale. Maybe if they were doing a lot of fields with hay, or straw, or anything like that, just to row it up, meter. This thing, for straw at least, I won't use it for straw, it's literally only going to be used for hay. Potentially if we get into doing some more of the contracting stuff, which I want to do. I want to get more into the contracting stuff. When the jobs pop up, they seem hella broken right now. You guys saw I went to do some of the contracting stuff and all of the mowing stuff wasn't there. It disappeared as I went to do it, and a lot of you were looking forward to it in the stream. So was I, actually. I do enjoy doing that. So it's disappointing. I may just nuke the missions XML so it regenerates a new one, and we'll see from there. This is getting like probably 3-4 passes. Well, we did 3 rows on the headland there. Yeah, this thing even struggles going up this hill. Dang. Power. And there we go. Over the top. That's the thing, I only need to do one headland with this, and then the rest will just be rows. Which in theory we should be able to knock out, so I'll probably do this. Go to sleep in the game so we can start a day afresh. Hopefully we don't lose too much material off the ground from fast forwarding. We shouldn't. You wouldn't IRL. One day of it being left on the ground dry won't harm anything. As long as the weather's going to be good, I think the weather should be okay. Sunday... yeah. Overcast, so it's not going to be dry as good, but it's going to be dry in theory already. So hopefully that shouldn't screw us. I don't think it would. Heck, it's almost 9 o'clock in game and still daylight, so you could actually get a lot done. So we'll see. Once it starts to get dark, we may just call it then. And how long have we been going in the video? 14 minutes already. Now set up GPS. AB. Bam. Now the stuff on our right side we're going to have to come back through anyway and do ourselves. But we'll do this stuff. And then the bulk of the field, like I said, it will not take long at all. We'll be able to run through this really quickly, which is nice. I was actually going to turn off to the other way, but oh well. I put them too early down too early, so it's caught the headland. It really annoys me with that. The fact that you can have them up in the air and they still catch headlands just makes it look not good at all. And they're still going to need to go down and do that little spot down there. Jeez. So last night, in between everyone being over, because we technically celebrated Thanksgiving on Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I jumped into Gold Rush again. It's a long time since I've picked up that game and played it. And they have changed so much in that game. They really have. So I started off in a completely new area that I've never been to before. Like every time I start the game back up, I'm always in the same area, that Arnold one or whatever it is. So it's kind of, you know what, I'm going to go to a different one. I'm not going to be able to use GPS on this because it's going to miss stuff again. So I started that off. Usually, the last time I picked it back up, I was doing the everything's $1 sort of thing, and basically cheating the system. So I swapped out of that. I got the claim with that, with the $1 thing, and I'm starting genuinely from scratch. Got the hog pan set up and all that good stuff, and it's a lot of fun. The game seems a lot more better optimized. There's times where it still chugs, especially when it's getting ready to do an autosave. It completely pulls FPS down, but then it comes back up. There's times where it's anywhere from, it's very sporadic, anywhere from like 60s, 70s, and then randomly it will start dropping down. Now this is just with the very, very starter gear. Once you get into a full wash plant, I'm gonna put money on the fact that it's gonna start pulling your FPS down. It's got such a potential, that game. I hope they revisit it, do a Gold Rush 2 with multiplayer and stuff like that, because guaranteed I'd love to get into a multiplayer with that, with say Dave or Sim, or Hal, maybe even a few of you guys, depends on how they do it. But I think getting into a multiplayer, something like that would be amazing. It's something they can't put into the game engine. They've straight up said that, like, yeah, we overlooked it. It's something that we want to do, but it's going to need a new entire game, basically. So I hope it's something they do. I think it was a fairly successful game for them, to be honest. But multiplayer aspect in that game would be incredible. You don't need many people, 4 people's servers hosted off your own machine. It would be fun. I think it would be fun. You could get a lot more done and achieve a lot more once you got into the bigger equipment, even setting up and stuff like that. Because setting a full-on wash plant up in that game by yourself, the only way to do it, takes forever. It really does. Now, as it sits right now in the game, I'm getting to the point where I'm looking at getting the small excavator and the mobile wash plant and start getting set up, going into the full-on claim. That's going to be interesting to see how we do there. And of course I've added effectively seasons in the game now as well, which is kind of cool. This is what I mean here. Look at the rake picking up stuff that we're going over. Just makes a complete mess. So you start off and you're kind of counting down for winter to finish, going into summer. So I've got, actually, yeah, it's going into summer, not spring. Surely it would go into spring first. Evidently not. Alrighty. The rest we will, I've got that spot down there. The rest will leave this part that it's messed up, unfortunately. I'd love to get some baling done, so I may just go into this field and go, hey, I baled. In reality, we did a lot of tedding. In theory, we should be able to get this done. I hope. Yeah, it was an awkward field to do with this. I wish I could get every last bit, but you go over the rows and it just picks it up. So irritating. And pick out the tractor we're going to use for the baling. I think we're going to Fent. Fent seems a little overkill, but we'll see. One o'clock already. IRL. Jeez. Yeah, I stayed in bed for a while today. Gotta admit. In theory, we'll be back to our regular scheduled stuff for the rest of the week. It'll be interesting to see how many people watched the end of yesterday's video. Monday's video, that is. So I had an announcement in there. I think our option is going to be the Fent. I may actually even fix this map today and get those properly where they need to be. Brakes! Yeah, we are. We are running out of light. I love the cricket sounds. It's like being over here. Straight up, like, the cricket noises at night over here in the summertime are insane. Brakes. This is a really nice tractor. I do like it quite a lot. It fits that size of, for me, the itch of having the I'm gonna have to reverse this out. Having the 1050 style front end, or the 1000 series front end on the 900 series, the prototype. It's a hell of a tractor. Now when Class comes out, will I be swapping any of the tractors out to Class? We'll see. Obviously I will be using them on a save for a while when we get that, which I may set up. I don't know, I may set up not a throwaway save, but a save where I can use all of that equipment on. And I know the save would have been perfect to use it on, that would have been Marwell. And so I want to keep majority of what I'm using on here, but we'll see what map I'll end up using. It could potentially be Marwell. Once we get around down there, we may actually get a real nice screenshot. That's probably where I'll call it for the day. 25-minute video. Now that looked perfect. Bale coming out the arse end there. Remove the HUD. Print screen. Job is a good one. Oh, that was a straw bale. Good lord, I was going to say, did the ARM team actually swap out the textures so Seasons recognises it? Nope. Someone was actually asking about that during the live stream recently. And I don't think that is a thing ARM team can do. I think that is on Seasons if they do it, which I doubt they will. I'm hoping someone comes out with a better looking Heston baler. As much as I'm thankful ARM team put this out, and as much crap as I give them for their models being so old and just showing their age, which it's true. It gets to a point where you should really bring your models back through Blender or whatever 3D modeling software you use. In this case, that. I am thankful they bought these out. It may not sound like it a lot of the time, but I am. It just doesn't look good comparing it to how you look at the detail on the structure compared to that, for example. I say it time and time again, it's something I'm surprised Giants have never bought out, is a Heston style baler, a physically big baler that produces a physically big bale, should I say. As it would be beneficial for the guys on console with the slot system. They're not going to need as many bales as they would normally with a 4,000 litre bale. The small bales, I completely get behind, never seen them in the game default. To be quite honest, when modders tend to bring those out, most of the time there is no way of picking those things up. In game, anything that you can use to pick them up is a nightmare. Short of literally walking along, picking them up, throwing them in the back of the trailer. Or at least with the bigger stuff, your conventional style, these, you're golden. Of course, this thing's pulling this thing like it's not even there. I like playing in this lighting. It's a little dark. But you look at the lighting on the reflecting off the tractor there. It is good. The way the lighting is in FS19, I know a lot of people give it crap, but it is good. The sky is something that I see time and time again people complain about, and I get what they mean. It is very neutral and wishy-washy and generic. I love the volumetric clouds, but it hasn't got the character that people could get with pictures. Would I say go back to skyboxes with pictures instead of actual dynamic sky? No, I wouldn't. I would say let the modders have full control over the skies in the maps, if that's even possible. Like, it just seems so featureless. There's no character there. The clouds add something, because with the clouds in the sky it is better, but you look towards the distance and it goes very grey, very white. The further up you get, it's more blue. It's weird. It's one of the biggest complaints I think I've seen time and time again is the skies. Which I wouldn't say is phenomenal by any means, I'd be stupid saying that. But I don't mind them. Never been a huge issue for me. I'll try and get all these little spots. This is what the windrow did. When you're making the turn there, it just picks up it from the row and scatters it around. If there's any way of stopping that, short of switching it off, let me know. I really don't think there is. And over here, winter is definitely around the corner. Saw on my phone today, frost warning. Yeah, I really need to get that snowblower tuned up. I think that I'll be doing that this week, because I honestly think that we are going to be seeing snow. Yes, I have mentioned the S word sooner than later. I really do. I think we're gonna be seeing some snow soon. As soon as it gets cold enough. Because we've been getting a lot of rain, and if that rain turns into snow... Yep, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But if I can get that snowblower tuned up and working good. The reason we parked it is the last time we ever had it out. Jeez. 4 years ago. It was making some awful noise in the gearbox area for the blower itself. And it was leaking oil. Well, I fired it up and maybe had it running 5-10 minutes max. And had it going. No oil. No sounds in the gearbox with the auger going and everything. It was fine. So I don't know. The carb needs tuning. It's running rich, really rich. You give it full throttle and it's just bogging way down, and even managed to get it to backfire, which isn't good for an old engine like that. So I just need to lean it a little on the high-speed jet, which is straightforward. It's just incredibly noisy, incredibly loud, that thing. And hopefully get it dialed in and just let it run for 10-20 minutes. Bolt check. Take it up and down the garden, get the gearbox grease warm and see if it's going to crap itself. It may not crap itself until it has strain on it, which is going to be frustrating if it's anything to do with the gearbox in the wintertime. Whether I'll take you guys along for that, I don't know, we'll see. I've got a camcorder, I just don't have a tripod. Now this is the final little bit. Oh, actually there's a good stretch over there I see too. So this may be a trailer load in here. Oh yeah, this little spot's gonna leave. Oh, we'll get it. Well, that's first cut. And as I said, all of this was sound. I didn't go through much hay at all. I was really pleasantly surprised. Now we may now we've got the cows. That will probably change. But I think we should have more than enough. So, okay, what is it for the door? There it is. I will bid you guys farewell. I hope you have enjoyed. We will be back tomorrow for our regularly scheduled live streams and recordings of the videos. And we will be back tomorrow on Greenwich Valley Farm. Not too sure what we're doing on there. I forget. But until next time, from me on Oakfield, with the Fent, I will catch you guys next time as I find the button. See ya.